What is good, people of YouTube? We are back on the Astronomical show. Guys, happy Thanksgiving to all our American viewers. So I'm gonna go right into this. So I unfortunately have work and I was supposed to be doing this part of the show last night. Of course, this is a pre-recorded show. I was supposed to shoot my part, unfortunately, fell asleep. Thought I could do it this morning, but got called on work, guys. So I'm gonna make this as fast as possible. We are going through the Thanksgiving Day games and the Thanksgiving picks. First game, of course, today we've got the Detroit Lions versus the Buffalo Bills. Of course, Buffalo is already played in Detroit last Sunday against the Cleveland Browns. I'm not really going to go too in depth because we got our boy Luke. His part's going to be right after mine, so I'm not going to go too in depth. But um, yeah, I've got it I don't know. I want it to be a shootout, obviously, because for the fan in me, but with Detroit coming off of a 3-game win streak, beating Green Bay, Chicago, and the Giants, I want to go with Detroit, but I think the realistic pick, guys, is Buffalo. I believe that Buffalo should be able to. I mean, I'm pretty sure Detroit's got one of the worst defenses in the league. I don't know if they are the worst defense, but yeah, I've got Buffalo winning 28-14. So for the Giants and the Cowboys game, love me the Giants, but I think Cowboys get it done. They've got a solid defense. They got Zeke back, so now you got both Pollard and Zeke in the backfield there. CD Lamb is having a pretty great season this year. Um, Dak's playing back to Dak Prescott. Uh, so I'm gonna go with the Dallas Cowboys. Unfortunately, guys, I'm gonna go 34-17. I think the Giants will offense isn't going to be doing the greatest against that defense. I think they only put up 17. And then for my last picks tonight, I don't like the Patriots, but Patriots versus Vikings. We got our boy primetime Kirk there, so I don't know who to choose on this game. I want to say the Patriots. I want to also say that maybe Kirk Cousins, finally gets out of that primetime curse. But this is a tough one, guys. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I'm gonna go New England 21, Minnesota 17. So those are my picks, guys. I've got the Buffalo Bills today. We've got the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots. Those are my picks, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching my part. Happy Thanksgiving to all the American viewers out there. And I don't think we have time for Ryan was supposed to get a part as well too, but because I have to go to work like ASAP, probably not going to see him. But anyway, guys, we've got Luke now. So happy Thanksgiving, guys. Here's Luke.
What's up, everyone? It's Luke. Special thanks to Vince for having me back on to talk some Thursday Night Football. Unfortunately, I could not have joined him, or some Thanksgiving football, rather. I am not able to join him live, so this is the next best thing. Bills, Lions, Giants, Cowboys, and Packers, Vikings. 3 pretty good matchups, I would say. Even the matchup that everyone's kind of hating on, Bills, Lions, I still think has potential to be very, very good. I mean, you have two teams two of the most potent offenses in the NFL when they're at their best. The Bills haven't looked great as of late. They lost those 2 straight to the Jets and the Vikings, and they didn't look awesome last week against the Browns. And they're playing a Lions team, which has looked really good as of late. I mean, they beat the Packers 15-9, beat the Bears, and then they beat the Giants at MetLife by 13. So they've won 3 in a row. They look pretty solid, and this game is being played on at Ford Field, of course, because it is Thanksgiving. Man, I think the line is like Buffalo minus 9.5, I believe. I am picking the Bills in this one. I think this could be a get right game of sorts for Josh Allen and for Buffalo because they kind of need one. And, as I said, the Lions haven't played very good football as of late, but the Giants are, or excuse me, the Bills are without a doubt the best team they've played in this 4 game stretch. So I know the over-under is like 54.5. Give me Buffalo 30, Detroit 17. I think Buffalo's defense will really come to play in this game. And next up, we have a very good matchup, very good NFC East matchup. Giants play at the Cowboys. I know the Cowboys are 10-point favorites at home, which is nuts given that both teams are 7-3, but they are both, at least it appears, they're both kind of trending in opposite directions. The Cowboys, they had the tough loss against Green Bay on Sunday Night Football, but then, rebounded from that by absolutely killing the Vikings 40-3 in what was arguably the most impressive performance by any team throughout this season. They killed Minnesota. Minnesota now is 8-2. Dallas looks really, really good, especially since Dak Prescott has come back from injury. Tony Pollard is looking like a top 10 and top 15 back in the NFL. He's looked great, and he's even better with that 1-2 punch with him and Zeke. And that defense is just incredible. You could argue it might be the best defense in the NFL. Defense coordinator Dan Quinn is definitely in line for a head coaching job, and they're playing a Giants offense, which hasn't looked great as of late. I mean, they lost to the Lions by 2 scores last game, beat the Texans by a touchdown previously, and then lost big to the Seahawks. This team doesn't look good. They've kind of fallen back to earth just a little bit, and I think that will continue against Dallas. I mentioned how the Cowboys are 10-point favorites. I don't think that the Cowboys will cover. I think that the Giants will keep it close, given that, pretty good defensive team. And I have the Cowboys winning, let's say 24-17 in a pretty good game. And then finally, we have Pats at Vikings. Vikings are only 2.5-point favorites at home, which means that if this was a neutral field game, that Vegas likes the Pats in this game. And I can see why. I don't think a lot of people are really buying the Vikings 8-2 start. And the Pats have looked pretty good, especially, as of late. They beat the Jets last weekend 10-3 in a very defensive-minded contest. And they've won 5 out of the last 6 games. Yes, offensively, you do have your concerns with Mac Jones at quarterback, with Matt Patricia as the play caller. I think this team has a definite cap as a wild card exit team. But with that being said, they still have a great defense. They can still contend in any game, and I think they'll do that against the Vikings. And added on to that, you have primetime Kirk Cousins, which has historically been pretty subpar. And because of that, even though I think the Vikings are a better team all around, and while they should win this game, I'm going to fall back on the notion that primetime Kirk Cousins is a very bad quarterback, and say that the Pats win a narrow, say 19-16 game. So those are my predictions. And I wish all of the American viewers of this video a happy Thanksgiving. I'll see y'all later.